Anthony Adebayo.
With you there, but if you're a coach, do you take that chance?
Yes.
You can reach us at theofftherecordshow@gmail.com. Anthony Adebayo, and the most accurate sports coverage. Scotty B's Fantasy 5.
We're different from any other sport.
His sophomore year. Comes back and says, you know what?
And your boy, Scotty B.
We not live. All right, now we live. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing fabulous.
All right, hold on one second before you get into your soliloquy. Before we even start anything, I would like to say this is Off the Record. I'm Anthony Adebayo.
Sports Scotty B, man.
All right, so first things first. I know we've been going for a little bit, and people be asking us like, "What's going on?" Listen, we got lives, and things happen. You can always tune in, to YouTube. That's why you should subscribe to the YouTube, because then you'll you'll have access to all the old shows. You can see us interview Dr. Abdullah and things like that. But I just want to tell people that, just in case they had questions or concerns and things like that.
Yeah, I gotta get some of my equipment together. That's really the reason that we hadn't. It's nice when we get be in the same room, but just hectic schedules. Sometimes we got to be in separate locations. So,
it's all good. I mean,
I get my equipment together so we
So, all right. So before we got the Panthers, Carolina Panthers. Why are you looking at me like that? They won the not the World Series, but the Stanley Cup. Okay. Shot they beat Vegas. UFL. I was covering. I was covering the UFL championship last weekend. Dope event. 50 Cent did the halftime. He did a. Actually, I was pretty impressed by the show. Well, unfortunately, what is wrong with you? Unfortunately, the DC Defenders did not come away with the championship, which I was a little annoyed about, because I felt like they should have won. They could have won, and they actually lost to that team 3 times this year. Why are you looking at me like that?
I'm just,
that was. I mean,
just remembering 50 cents from New York.
Oh my God. Oh,
go New York, go New York.
Oh,
yeah, that song we're playing.
Oh, jeez. Yeah. And let me see what else. Anything else happened?
What about them Knickerbockers? What about them Knickerbockers?
You know what? I ain't gonna be that way. I ain't gonna be that guy. We get some horns for the Knicks. Shout out to the Knicks, man. The Knicks won a championship, ending a 53 year drought. I think that every Knicks fan, they're gonna let you know that they're Knicks fan. Now, I'm gonna give you the floor in a second, but we got to talk about some of these fair weather fans.
Okay, no, I'm good, because I'm going. Yeah, so go ahead.
Nah, I mean, I just here go the horns. Hold on here. There you go. Congratulations. I better get a charger.
Okay, so let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I know a lot of Knicks fans.
Yeah.
I say probably 85 to 90% of the Knicks fans I know are from New York. We got a lot of friends from New York, and I know quite a bit. Earn.
You're not about to give all of these.
No.
Some airtime, like I already got to deal with this.
Hold on. So my guy,
okay.
Specifically,
okay.
Mike Love, like cats like that, Mike Small.
Phil.
Yeah,
he's not from New York. He's not from New York.
He's not from New York, but
okay,
those guys always stay tapped into what's going on. And Mike White, shout out to you too. Robes on. Those guys talk Knicks basketball.
Okay.
Now, when we started winning, there's a lot of people that said they were Knicks fans. They were from New York. They get a pass on me. But I didn't realize we was this worldwide. No,
I know. So I know a lot of Knicks fans. I do know a lot of Knicks fans.
You grew up north. Yeah. So,
yeah, I know a lot of, but I would say this. I know a lot of people from where I'm from, New York, New Jersey area, that were not Knicks fans growing up, and now all of a sudden are Knicks fans growing up. I know a lot of people that were Jordan fans, and I know there was one thing for certain, that if you was a Knicks fan, you was not a Jordan fan, and vice versa.
Yeah. If
you was a Bull, you was not an. I am far. The moment is cool, right? You see. Yeah, I should have seen Scott on Saturday. I think that was the most. You know what? I ain't even. But he's been excited. Now, listen. I don't think I've seen him that excited. I don't think I've seen him that excited when he graduated from college. I don't think I've seen him that. I didn't even see him that excited when he got a new car. The only other time maybe when his daughter was born. That may be it. I don't know. And his wedding day. I don't give. I'm in this house. I ain't trying to get shot.
I don't know if I was.
Hey, in my eyes, you was that excited. But nah, it was pretty dope. Here's the thing. I don't know if he's gonna be when the Cowboys win the Super Bowl, whenever that is. He's able to be contained and he's pretty calm. It ain't gonna be like that. I'm telling you that right now.
I don't blame you. Hey, so listen, quite honestly, so Michigan football, Michigan basketball, as of late, they've been champions.
Yep.
It's been a very, very, very long time for the 49ers. I am a Nats fan, but I wasn't always a Nats fan. I became a Nats fan when they moved to DC. So, around 2005, 2004. I was a Giants fan before that. So, I got
San Francisco Giants for the people that's
San Francisco Giants. Yeah. So I got to celebrate, when the Nats won. But it wasn't the same feeling because it was like, that team they went on a run.
Right, because they were terrible.
Yeah, they were terrible that year, and typically are.
Yeah.
No, I mean, but that year they went on an amazing run. So I remember being excited then, but there was no feeling like watching New York win. I like.
You about to cry, y'all?
No, I'm not about to cry. It's just been a long journey.
Right.
I mean, the Knicks for a long time have been really the laughing stock of basketball. I don't think anybody thought they were going to win anytime soon. Just because of all the mishandled front office things that went on with the organization. I mean, a lot of people had the Knicks ranked one of the worst franchises in all of sports.
Yeah. I mean, and honestly, you have somebody Dolan, who was running the team. I think what helped the Knicks the most, aside, of course, he hired Leon Rose and all of those guys, but he runs the Spear or he, that's his building in Vegas. And I think that took a lot of his attention away from the Knicks, which in turn gave the front office the right to do their jobs and he not getting away. And I think that's part of it that helped the Knicks turn around because, the problem is with, especially in sports, when your front office, or I use Jerry Jones, but when those guys are the story all the time, your organization clearly isn't doing something right. Or I'm not saying they're not doing something right, but they're not winning the championships. They're not being consistent winners and things of that nature. So you have situations like the Cowboys, you have situations like the Knicks, you have situations, not necessarily the Giants, but you have other situations where the front office guy, whoever it is, whether it's an owner, whether it's a general manager, is in the media more than the team is, and you have those situations where they're not winning. So, and it doesn't help the culture. It seems like a screwed up culture. Now you're starting to see like the Knicks have a different culture. Leon Rose is doing a wonderful job. You have I use it because the Cowboys are like, yeah, we didn't make the playoffs, but there's promise, right? And that's all you want is because you look at the Knicks last year, they lost in 7. Was it 7 in the Eastern Conference Finals? 6. But they lost in the Eastern Conference. I thought, you sure? It was. They lost to Indy, and you saw Knicks fans like, we got a shot, right? But then they hired Mike Brown, and it was right? Right.
Well, let me say this, right?
Okay.
So with owners like James Dolan,
Mm-hmm.
they're wildly successful in business.
Right.
And a lot of those owners that are successful in business, they try to take that same mentality to sports. They try to like really, they're not patient enough.
Right.
And they try to buy their way into championships. And unfortunately, like that's not how sports works. Like you have to build teams the right way. You have to establish culture. Like all the pieces of the team have to like really like shape out to be a good like team. Like it's
right.
all gotta like the chemistry's got to be on. You got to have the right leadership. And I think for so long with the Knicks, it felt like that we were just chasing the hot name. I mean, if you think about like all the coaches that we have went through, every top coach at some point has coached for the Knicks. I mean, with the exception of Steve Kerr and Greg Popovich. I mean,
Spoelstra.
Spoelstra, but you name it. Every coach, from the Larry Browns, Mike D'Antoni, Isaiah Thomas,
Phil
Jackson, Tisdale, Tibbs. I mean, the list, it's a long list of accomplished coaches that you're like, okay, this guy should be able to get it done, and none of them could get it done. So it always felt like we were chasing like the big name, and the amount of players, like I've seen like the posts where they've showed like all the players that have suited up, and just the amount of talent that has just played organization, and it just hasn't materialized into anything. So, with the Tibbs thing, it felt like we were right there. It felt like that if he had the right mentorship, or if he brought in the right guys, maybe a consultant, that he could be the guy. So when we took the step with Mike Brown, it was like,
right.
Okay, what are we doing here? But shout out to them. That ended up being the difference. I mean, he coached a phenomenal playoffs. I mean, he made all the adjustments. I got to give him his credit, man. I really do have to give him his credit.
It's crazy.
Didn't think that he was going to be the guy to get it done, but nah, he did his thing, man.
Nah, I agree. Ironically, he got fired after he said De'Aaron Fox and his boneheaded plays or something like that. And boy, De'Aaron Fox's boneheaded play pretty much cost them the series.
So do you think the Spurs are really going to get rid of him?
I don't know. I would say, is he a free agent? I don't know what his situation is. I don't know if he's a free agent. I don't know but if he's under contract, I don't think that they should. I mean, He had a rough series, but we've seen plenty people have rough series and bounce back. I do think it's how he bounces back. Well, I'm glad you brought that up because it was something about this team as the series was going on. I just started to like dislike the Spurs more and more and more, and it was like Castle. I think is a dog. I think he's gonna be a superstar. He's gonna be a superstar in this league. Yeah, but Wemby's supposed to be the face of the league, right? I think everybody's saying because coming into this series, we both said, I know at least I said, let Wemby get his. No, what I'm saying is not him. No. Right now, Wemby's gonna be he's since he's been drafted, they was lining him up to be the face of the league. What I'm saying is, the game plan I would have had was let him get his, shut everybody else down. But what I realize is that he's still a baby. And he's gonna get stronger. Well, he better get stronger. So that's the first thing. But the attitude has to change, right? If you're supposed to be the face of the league, the attitude has to change. Like, so could you imagine if LeBron James did not shake hands after the game? After the game. Yeah. That would have been crazy. Could you imagine? I mean, just imagine when I guess it was 89 or 90
when Isaiah Thomas
and the Pistons did not shake hands. It was a big thing. The fact that they swept this under the rug so much was ridiculous, right? I heard a couple people talk about it, but it's been like this the whole series. So from him mushing Brunson into oblivion, and they not even upgrade anything or give him anything, and for obvious reasons. You don't want him to get suspended because of ratings and things like that. But I felt like they were first of all, I felt like the Knicks were getting screwed with the officiating.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it clearly looked like it was one-sided. They overcame that, but they were just then you had them, they were down 3-1, and Castle said, we're not going to lose another game in this series. De'Aaron Fox, after game 3, when he made the dumbest play in finals history while giving up the biggest lead in finals history, some of the things he said, and then, Wemby saying whatever, and then saying, I'll never talk to you guys again or something like that. First of all, you never say never and whatever, but he did that. So it was like, these dudes are immature,
Yes.
And having and somebody like Fox was supposed to be the guy to like level things out, right? But it just didn't happen. Harrison Barnes is there. He didn't play much, but he's supposed to be that veteran presence. He's been there. He's been to the finals. But they just seemed immature. And honestly, I think the most mature guy on the team was probably the rookie. So and I don't know. So as the series was going on, I felt like I can't stand this team.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Watching them made me realize like I've never rooted for like San Antonio, and you can see why.
Yeah.
You just like I said, Wemby, he'll grow up and he'll mature in the future. What concerns me is, like you said, he's definitely got to get stronger, but the coaching was horrific. And I want to tell you, I'm going to be honest. You remember that guy? He used to coach in Cleveland. He was a foreigner guy.
Yeah. He was in over Black.
Whatever his name was.
Yep.
I want to tell you.
Don't say it. Don't know. He did not do as bad as a job as that guy.
No, he didn't do as bad of a job, but he needs to watch himself, because I want to say this. That team assembled, they've got championship expectations. Like next year, they're going to come back like a lot more mentally tough, stronger. They'll be a team to be reckoned with. If things don't start to look right, and he starts to continue to have those bonehead like coaching blunders they had, I wouldn't be surprised if the Spurs move and go in a different direction. I mean, the fact that they just would not stop shooting 3-pointers, they would not go down low, they would not work the clock. It was just a lot of things that they could have done a lot differently to slow the Knicks down that they didn't. And I want to tell you, this has got to be one of the worst fourth quarter teams I've ever seen in my life. I've never seen a team that led. I want to say they said that they led like 70% of the finals and still lost 4 games to 1.
Yeah,
that's terrible.
So this is where I'll give him some grace. Yeah, he's been with the organization for some time, but it was his first time in the lead role. It was pretty much his first full season as the head coach, right? So I'll give him a little bit of grace in that sense, as he's technically a young head coach who I wouldn't say he was in over his head, because I mean, shit, they turned around. I mean, they're still young, and they turned it around. Now again, I would never take for granted them going to or they shouldn't take for granted them going to the finals, even though they were young. But if we're being honest, and if I'm saying, if I'm being honest, if OKC doesn't have the injuries that they have to those key players, OKC's not going to lose to San Antonio. I felt like OKC was going to win. No. So again, they're still young. This is Wemby's 3rd year, Castle's 2nd year, right? Yeah, his 2nd year. What's his name? The rookie. What's the rookie name? Harper. This is Dylan Harper's rookie year. So Vassell, I think he's 5 or 6 years in, but again, they don't really know. They don't really know about where they at. So
their ceiling is high. The potential of that team is really high. Like I said, they'll be okay. I'm glad that we was able to win one, but I do feel like Wemby is going to come back with a vengeance.
I mean, yeah, but everybody else is too, right? I mean, just on the Western Conference side, the Timberwolves aren't going in. They're going to be tough. The Nuggets are. I don't know what they're going, because they're going to lose some people, but they still going to be tough. They still got the Joker. OKC is probably going to come back. Listen, just like everything that we just said about the Spurs, and we were talking about De'Aaron Fox. You got somebody like Chet, who him and Wemby, they pretty much have the same body type, right? They're both tall and skinny, and he needs to get stronger and do all the developmental things that Wemby needs to do. But he can play. He's not a scrub. He's an All NBA guy. But so OKC's coming back. Williams is going to be back. Both of them. And they still got high picks. So I wouldn't count the Thunder out either. I wouldn't count the Thunder out. And then listen, it's hard to repeat, but the Knicks are going to be there. They're not going to lose a lot. They got to try and find a way to keep Mitchell Robinson. They're going to have to pay Brunson, because you ain't getting another discount. you got one. You ain't getting another one.
Listen, they'll figure out how to play Brunson.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Listen, it's New York. Just go over it, get into the luxury tax.
They're going to pay. He's good. He's good.
So, but I mean, Mitchell Robinson needs to be. He's going to get paid. If it's not from the Knicks, he's going to get paid.
Yeah.
So it's not a foregone conclusion that the Spurs are they lost. They're going to turn it around, because listen, a lot of people, and I've seen it multiple times, and they had me thinking this is like the 95 Magic. The team is like, I saw the thing that the comparisons between the two and the team that they played, that 95, everybody thought that 90, they said, they got championship Penny, Shaq, Oh, they about to create a dynasty. They gonna get the Bulls a run for their money. They lost to the Bulls the following year. So who's to say that OKC doesn't come back and beat them next year? And that team wasn't never the same. That they broke it up. They Shaq ended up getting traded. Penny the same. So don't take it for granted just because they went to the championship and they lost in 5. Hey, so Pistons, yeah, Toya said it too. The Pistons, I mean, if they get
another offensive threat,
yeah, if they get another offensive guy, then you never know. So the parade is tomorrow. You going?
I wanted to.
You crazy? You would have been there by yourself.
Yeah, I would have definitely been there by myself. But nah, I'm not going, man. I'll watch it on TV.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a lot of people out there. I heard that they got like 10,000 cops there.
That's not enough.
Yeah, that's what everybody was saying. Is like that's still not enough with the amount of people that they're expecting. They said that to give everybody an idea, they have 10,000 cops for New Year's, and they're expecting this to be a bigger turnout than New Year's.
They better go get some of them state police troopers. They got to call. They might have to call the National Guard. You know,
Toya says she gone.
Yeah, she crazy. She crazy. It's right before Juneteenth. So, man, shout out to the Knicks. I mean, they finally did it. They finally did it. I can't believe that they did it, but they did it. And I did say, just for the record, I did say Knicks in 5, but I was trying to give the Spurs some respect and say 6. And I just, coming off that series, I kind of felt the Knicks were hot. They were. It's rare you see teams like that hot, and for them when they came back from 29, I was like, the Spurs ain't gonna have enough. They gonna be emotionally checked out, and they acting like some weenies right now. So I didn't think. What I tell you, we was watching the game, and I said, should they get it to 10 before the start of the fourth quarter, they're gonna win a game, and it was 7. I say, yeah, this game's over.
Yeah, they're definitely not mentally tough. Now, I think most people would agree that was watching it. They had all the athletic talent to beat the Knicks. They if they would have been mentally tougher, they could have beat the Knicks. But when it counted,
Brunson,
big body Bronson, that's what they call him.
I ain't calling him now. I'm just calling him Jalen Brunson. All right, so with that being said, now I got a question for you. It's multiple questions. First, is he the greatest Knick ever?
All right, so
can I use your charger?
Yeah. The last time we were recording, I said if he won the championship, he would be the greatest Knick ever.
Okay.
So it got me to thinking.
Okay, thoughts?
I can't give it to him yet.
Oh, pause, but okay.
Pause, yeah, definitely pause. Definitely super pause. That was crazy.
So when you gonna give it to him?
No, I'm good on. So Walt Frazier,
okay,
and Willis Reed,
okay.
I think you have to keep them at 1 and 2.
What?
Because they have 2 championships, and they were the two catalysts of those championships. Now, Bronson's in the conversation. I think Bronson moves up ahead of Carmelo Anthony, Bernard King. I would.
This is
this is
crazy.
I think he's in the top 4.
This is crazy. I can't believe what I'm hearing.
Yeah, I think now keep in mind, he's only been there for 4 seasons, and those other guys have been there were career Knicks that at least had 10 seasons under their
belt. All right, so we'll keep it at 4. So who's the top 4?
So I did a lot of research on this, so bear with me. So
it shouldn't be that difficult.
Yeah, so Clyde, for his career as a Knick, averaged 18 points, 6 assists. Reed averaged, I believe it was 18 points
Mhm.
and 9 rebounds. Bronson definitely averaged more points than both of them. I would say that he's the better scoring option of both of them. Dang. I think I just convinced myself that it's got to be Bronson.
I'm disgusted at you.
I think I just convinced myself.
It's not Brunson, man. Like, we gotta stop this show. We gotta stop. You're a prisoner of the moment, right? You're excited.
What do you think it is?
Patrick Ewing is definitely the best Nick ever. Well, are you kidding me? It's not even close. I'm not gonna say it's not close, but Patrick Ewing is by far the best Nick ever. He's more popular than all three of those guys. He was a better basketball player than Willis Reed and Clyde Frazier. What? Yes, Patrick Ewing didn't win a championship. I get that, right? Okay. But there's a guy named Michael Jordan that had a lot to do with that, right? There's also
it's not those other guys' fault.
But championship don't make or break you in every conversation, and we know this, right? This is crazy. Because if I go say who's the greatest Miami Dolphin of all time, you're gonna say freaking Dan Marino, and he didn't win any championships and went the only one.
That is true, but
they're the only organization that ever went go 17-0, go undefeated. Listen, I understand. Yes, I understand that the Knicks just won a championship. It's been 53 years, but in those 53 years, during that time from, what was that, 1973 to 2026 or whatever, 25, 26, between those times, there hasn't been a better Knick than Patrick Ewing. There's been some performances, but let's be clear. Let's be clear. Because going into game 5, there was a ton of people saying that OG is gonna win Finals MVP when the Knicks and
OG had a hell of a series.
Yeah, he absolutely. And Brunson said, "Wait a minute, no," and took over.
So I think this discussion is very subjective. I don't think there's really a wrong answer to it. I think.
Well, saying Carmelo is definitely the wrong answer.
Yeah, you can't say Carmelo. Okay. Some people will put Bernard King in there. You can't really put Bernard King in there. I think the conversation starts with Ewing, Bronson, Frazier, and Reed. I think depending on what your criteria is, a lot of people will say, okay, well, you got to have a championship to be considered. How do you not consider two guys that have a championship? And then, you have people like you that say, okay, well, he's the more popular.
He and just basketball. He was,
and all of them are Hall of Famers. Yeah. So they all. I mean, it's no real wrong answer there, but I can't really discredit guys that have 2 championships and got it done.
Yo, they was playing against plumbers. Yo, stop playing. Yeah. I hate when people say that. Nah, he wasn't playing against no plumbers. They were playing against a Hall of Famers also.
So I'll tell you what.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do this because, in fairness, like I didn't watch basketball 53 years ago, right?
You weren't born 53 years.
Yeah, exactly, right? So I think Walt Frazier, a lot of us grew up with watching him on NBC. So, I grew every time he would be commentating, my dad would be like, he was a bad boy. And, I've seen highlights because they always talk about when the Knicks used to run the big backcourt with Spreewell and Allen Houston.
Yeah.
And they talk about like when Walt Frazier, I'm trying to think who else they would put, and how they had a big backcourt for that time period or whatnot. So.
Yeah, so most people will probably put Willis Reed ahead of Clyde Frazier. I mean, he did.
This is a big game.
Yeah, he He did win Finals MVP twice. I'm going with Ewing. Yeah, I'm going with Ewing. Now, my other question was,
but to your point,
okay,
though, and you're right, he is the most popular Knick. Like when you think of the New York Knicks, you think of Patrick
Ewing. Yeah,
let's not. I'm not going to discredit him there, but like when you really like peel back the numbers and you peel back like what the guys did and what they accomplished, and you really like look at it from there. Yeah, Patrick Ewing had a stellar career, but I can't take anything away from those guys too. Because like when you looking now, I'm just sure you like, God dang, I didn't realize. I mean,
I'm going with Pat Ewing, man. This man, wasn't he the number one pick? Was he the number one pick? Yeah, he was. He was the number one pick. He put in that work. I mean, he averaged for his career 21 and 10. He was rookie of the year, 11-time All-Star, 7-time All-NBA. I mean, all of their credentials go,
And when you even look at Carmelo's stats, Carmelo actually has better stats than all of them. I mean, especially when he was in Knick, he averaged 26. So, you take that into consideration. Is the issue with Carmelo is he never really made it past the second round.
Yeah.
So, Bernard King, like I said, he had an excellent career when he was with the Knicks.
So was Carmelo or Brunson Knicks long enough to even, because the Knicks are a storied franchise. Like we can't act like have they even been Knicks long enough to be the best?
No. And that's why you got to look at it. Like Ewing spent, I don't remember, I think it might have been 12 years.
I could tell you in New York, 15.
Okay, so
yeah, that's a career.
Yeah, so 15 years. All those other guys spent over 10 years. Carmelo had 7 years,
right?
And Bronson's in his fourth year.
Yeah.
So it really depends on what your criteria is. Like center wise, you already know. Like there's no center in Knicks history,
right?
That's ever going to be there. Now, point guard might be a conversation. Forward or pure scorer. I don't think there was a better scorer than Carmelo Anthony.
I agree. I agree. I mean, that's in forgetting the Knicks. That's in NBA. Yeah, I mean, he was a legit scorer. So, I mean, that's a conversation. And again, like you said, it just depends on your point of view and what your criteria is. Does Spike Lee get a ring?
He should. I doubt it. But this is what I hope happens. I think when it's ring night, that's the time that we need to call Charles Oakley back. And we need to make things right, bury the hatchet. Watching him at that game 5 in San Antonio, just supporting the team, but having to go on the road just to be in the arena was sad, and hopefully they can mend their issues. I know Spike Lee and James Dolan had some issues too with it was a couple years back, the entry. James Dolan was being petty with there was an entry that Spike Lee always.
Oh yeah, I remember that. And then they wouldn't let him go through.
Let him go through and start making them go through the main entrance and stuff like that. So hopefully they can kind of mend their fences there.
James Dolan is he's a piece of work, I say.
He's a piece of work, but to a point, sometimes I do understand him. Like if I'm the owner and you disrespecting me, at some point I'm gonna say something.
Well, here's the thing, and again with sports, you got to have thick skin, right? That's what they always say. You got to have to, and I get it. You talk trash about me, I'm gonna respond, but you were putting bad products on the court. You were doing things to me selfishly. It wasn't like you weren't doing it for the fans. At least that's what it seems like. It just seemed like you want it to be bigger than the organization.
Yeah, because and Jerry Jones said this best, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody wants the credit. And that's the biggest things with Jerry Jones is that, and I'll tie it because I think that they're very similar in this sense.
Mm-hmm.
When you win, and that's been Jerry Jones's biggest problem is he never got the credit for those teams. Like it was always viewed that it was Jimmy Johnson. So he wanted to be out front to say, you know what, it was me that was calling the shots. Now tie that with James Dolan,
Mm-hmm.
same way. You know, I want to be out front calling the shots. I want everybody to know that I figured this out. I brought in the team. I'm the one that assembled this. And to your point, it's a skill that you really have to have. It's not something that just anybody could just come in and just assemble a team. You know, a lot of it has, you know, there's a lot that goes into scouting, coaching, and just
it takes it's not one person that's going to be able to do everything.
No.
Yeah, you need a team. You need to put people in place to do their job. Some people that specialize in these things, they need to do their job, and you need to allow them to do their job. And I think
not
that
overmanage the process.
Correct.
And I think to your point, for a long time, both owners would do that. Is they would overmanage like the process and not give people the space to actually make decisions. And you know, as a result, you don't put a good product on the floor because you start to say, okay, let me speed this process up. I'm not going to develop the team, but I'm going to throw $1 million to this guy, or I'm going to bring in this person at this price. And you start throwing a whole bunch of pieces together that just don't gel or just aren't good as a product. So I think the Knicks probably figured it out about 5 years ago when they decided, like, okay, look, we've got some young guys. Let's show them how to be professionals.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to credit Tisdale for that. I think that he did a marvelous job developing those young guys. Now, where that helped with is like the RJ Barretts. Well, if RJ Barrett doesn't develop as a Knick, we never make that trade to the Raptors and bring in OG. You know, I mean,
I don't know if it was really a develop. I think it was a potential thing. I don't know if he developed that much.
It was a potential thing, but a lot of those guys, like the Randalls,
Mm-hmm.
the RJ Barretts, those guys were pieces that were traded away eventually to get the right pieces in.
Correct. That's true.
And they're not bad players. They weren't bad players, but I think once Leon Rose and them got in there and started looking like
they got the guys.
They started figuring out like, okay, let's get this piece, let's get that piece, let's get this piece. But they were able to bring in those pieces because of the development of let's play the young guys. We could shop some pieces and then bring in guys and then paying the right guys. Because I remember when they brought in Bridges, I was like, why are we giving him that much? But it turns out that was a good decision. OG, I mean, I think any Knicks fan that watched him play during the first season was like, dang, he was in Toronto. Like, why weren't they using this guy? But just to have that eye to just say, oh, nah, we can win with this guy.
Well, I mean, he was still young too. I mean, he might look like he's 48, but he's I mean, he's a young. He's fairly young. It's his second championship. I want to say he was a rookie when Kawhi was, that was 2019. So I mean, he has experience. Look, they played some bully ball, and you know, Wemby was playing dirty, but they were playing like physical, hard-nosed basketball that you really don't see that much. They got physical with him. Even you saw Alvarado. He getting fit like they was, I ain't gonna say they was punking the Spurs, but they was physical with the Spurs. And you know, they got so physical that Wemby was doing, like, he tried to take
Bronson,
no, he mushed Brunson. He then tried to super kick OG's knee. It's like it's crazy, man.
Oh yeah, nah. They was talking
Yeah.
shit during that series, and they definitely played them physical.
Yeah.
Mike, yeah, with the Knicks hat. Yes, sir. We champions.
Oh God. Hey, look. All right, next subject. All football mini camp is here, man. I ain't trying to talk about this Knicks bullshit no more.
So, all right, your guy for Texas Tech, the quarterback.
Sorgi or whatever his name is. Yeah.
Supplemental draft, man.
Yeah.
So, I've been doing some research on this guy too.
Mm-hmm.
And I went back, watched a little bit of film. I'm not impressed with this guy.
You should be. It's good.
I think he's a developmental project, man.
No, he isn't.
I don't think so.
No. I listen. Texas Tech had a good season last year. He transferred. I want to say this dude transferred from Indiana. It was Indiana, right?
Yes, Cincinnati. I thought.
Cincinnati. Yeah. He went to Indiana first, then Cincinnati. But he had a good year. Had he came out into the draft this year, he probably would have been one of the. It wasn't a strong quarterback draft. If I was Pittsburgh, I would give up a third to get this guy.
You would give up a third to get this guy?
Absolutely, because he's gonna come out. Because next year's draft, he would have been a first round pick. He probably would have been a second this year.
So you give him a third. Okay.
Yeah, because all you're doing is giving up your third round pick for next year. They don't have a quite. Yeah, they drafted Drew Allard, but they drafted him late. They drafted and this guy has a first round grade. Why wouldn't you give him give up a third round pick?
Well, it depends on your situation.
The Steelers got a 48-year-old quarterback.
So I don't think that's the right situation for him. I think if you're going to give him a third, ideally, this is what maybe the Rams should have did instead of drafting the quarterback in the
Nah.
Follow me here, right?
Okay.
This guy has got to play some more football. He's got, like you said, top tier arm strength. He plays like a gunslinger. Like he'll throw the football, but he's got some technique stuff that he's got to look up, and he takes a lot of risk, which
there's a former Texas Tech quarterback that took a lot of risk.
Yeah,
and he wore number 15, and he plays for Kansas City right now. Hey, look, man. I hear you, but this is why I say this is the only reason, because I hated that the Rams did that, right? But this is the only reason why I give them grace at this moment. They got Myles Garrett, so yes, they're look. I know, like even what we talked about this with Marcus, and I hate it because I don't think Ty Simpson. I think Sorsby is better than Ty. I don't think Ty Simpson is the guy. Now, he doesn't have to play for probably 2 years, right?
That's what this guy has to do.
I don't know that. I don't know. I'm telling you that. Trust me, he's better than Ty Simpson, right? This past season, he was better than Ty Simpson.
So let me ask you this: with this guy's gambling history, you still would give a third round?
Yo, you could a third. You act like a third round is like, ooh, man, yes. Like, so you don't think he should get drafted in the supplemental draft?
I think a lot of GMs are gonna pause.
I think you're wrong, because I've already done some research, and what I've heard in my research is that pretty much every GM is interested. That's what I heard. And there's I think it was 7 that said they would give up a 3rd round pick for this guy.
We'll see. We will see. I think a 3rd rounder is too rich.
Why?
I
It's
think
a 3rd rounder. What are we doing for a quarterback that has a high ceiling? We're not talking about a right tackle or a middle linebacker.
So suppose they suspend this guy.
Okay.
And then,
let them
I think if you have the right situation where you could allow this guy to sit behind in the system, learn the system, because he's got to make up. He needed that year of college football. So if you can allow him to sit in an organization, learn from some veterans, clean up some of his mechanics, I think you got a good quarterback. Now, if you plan to draft this guy and play him immediately,
nobody's going to play him immediately. I don't think that that's the case. I think that wherever he goes, he's going to have to see that. Like, first of all, if it's a supplemental draft for a reason, right? He had some issues, whatever. But he's not coming into anywhere to play immediately. Like, yeah, I don't even think that there's a place. It's the supplemental draft is when next month, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So he not only would he's missed rookie camp, he's missed mentor OTAs, he's missed voluntary OTAs, he's missed all of these things. There's no way in hell that he would even sniff the field. He's gonna play in the preseason, and he may show us something in the preseason, but anybody that picks him is not picking him to play right now. There's not even a situation where he could play right now. As bad as some of these teams are, there's not a situation where he could. And that would be for anybody. That would be for any rookie, even Ty Simpson. He had to go through rookie camp, OTAs, and all of these things. If he didn't, he wouldn't be playing either.
So you're not a bit concerned that this guy is over his gambling addiction?
Listen, I don't care about that. I'm talking about playing. Like, that's something that the GMs but I'm talking about as far as a player. The gambling stuff, he never picked his team to lose. Anytime he gambled, it was for them to win. If he bet on his team, it was for them to win. With all the research that he did, all the best, and then let's be clear, he gambles like you, okay? And I ain't trying to be funny, but he was spending like $10. It was just a lot of bets. You know what I'm saying? He was spending $20 here. He might have got a free bet, and he, like Scott. Listen, y'all, Scott is gonna put $5 on the 49ers at minus 420. Oh yeah, I'm gonna just take that one. Like, Scott, you ain't winning nothing, but that. So yeah, he wasn't. It wasn't like he was betting like $10,000 on the Cincinnati Bearcats to win. It was just a lot of bets. And do we have an addiction to gamble? Do you call what we do an addiction? I don't even like, even Ab just, he bets a lot, but he ain't. I don't think if he didn't bet or gamble that he would be like, he starts shivering and get cold sweats. I don't think that that's the case. And I'm not trying to like minimize what he did, right? Because he was wrong and he should have been punished. But again, it wasn't like Pete Rose level type gambling.
But I thought he bet what? It was close to 90,000.
Yeah, over like go just open your DraftKings up and see plus how much you done gambled in the last 2 years, and you'll be like, oh, you don't even realize it. I'm gonna do the same thing, and it's like,
where do you look at that information?
I'm gonna tell you in a second, Scott. Don't rush me. But you got to go to like your name, and then you go to like your win loss or whatever, and it's so when you see things like that, like, again, I'm not saying that he was wrong. I mean that he was right. I think that I don't think he should play.
I think it says what, transaction history or your stat My stat.
It might have been your stats. It might be your stats.
This may make me stop. Gamble.
So I mean, yeah.
Oh wow.
Did you hear all?
No, so okay, so last year
Okay.
I spent $3,486 and I won $4,193.
You say that again?
So this is what I spent last year. So that's all my little $5 bets.
Okay, maybe he might bet more like me than you. So again, I don't even want to say this. I don't even want to show you this, yo. Look at the last year, right? Oh my gosh. Now, to be fair, you know, when I go to like Jersey or Pennsylvania, I play blackjack. So that's and I'm playing like probably like $10 a hand. I may get funky sometimes, play like 25. Hey Scott, first of all, I show you this. Don't be all judgy, yo. And don't say nothing to the people. I don't even that can't be right, yo. But that comes from again playing like blackjack and things like that.
It gives me a different perspective
of him, right?
Okay, so you gotta think about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at it from my perspective, which you now see you like, dang, I probably could do that in like a day or two
Right.
days.
Right.
So okay, so it gives me a little bit.
And so if mine look like that, just imagine what Mike White's or Abs look like. And they bet way more than me.
But what I saw too was
even. Right. It wasn't like this loss was here and this right.
And that's not a big concern.
Yeah. It was right at the set. Yeah, because you want. Now, I've had DraftKings for a long time. All right, so
that got me a little curious though.
So when I hit all, but
see, this is even crazier. This year.
Let me go to this year. Hold on. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. This is crazy. But again, the
and what we're 6 months into the year. So for me, I would say the bulk of my betting is going to be football season.
Correct. Yeah.
What protects me a lot is I can't get on FanDuel, and all apps bets are posted in FanDuel.
So it saves
you. I can't.
You can't. Yeah. Because you definitely would.
Yeah. The only time I can view his bets is sometimes he'll say, "Hey, this is in DraftKings."
Yeah. And
then we'll go from there. But now that's interesting. Okay, so I will say this: it gives me a different perspective on
now. What's the difference in his, right? Because if his losses are here and his wins are here, then you start saying, oh, you might be an addict, right?
Yeah, but
it
I don't
just depends
think
on.
That's so I think there's differences, right?
Mm-hmm.
So for one, you're not a collegiate athlete.
That's true.
And they go through a ton of just, hey, don't gamble.
Yeah.
Don't bet on your sport. And that's been like the cardinal sin and all the sports is like, don't bet on your
on your team.
On your team and stuff like that. So for him to violate that, I do kind of see where
that's the biggest issue.
It's not so much
because what if you get into a situation to where money's tight? Yo, man, if I throw these 3 picks and we lose, I could cover my whatever, and that's where you get. So the other good thing is you don't really deal with bookies anymore, like it was back in the day. So you ain't really gonna have a mafia. But if you're a college athlete, things change. If you're a professional athlete, things change.
But you have, so what I look at it like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
I look at it, number one, if he was black, the punishment would have been like death. And we've seen that and how that's been playing out. You look at Pete Rose, so I'll use the same race, right? So he wasn't betting against his team. He was betting for his team, right? And we've kept him out of the Hall of Fame for years because of that. And you look at it, regardless if you're betting on yourself or not, you still have insider information about your team. You know, who's to say that true. If me and you are teammates, I know that your knee is hurting. It's not, and I got you going, or I know the game plan. Or I know the game plan.
That over under hit different,
That's the other thing.
Hey, he been holding on to practice. They ain't mentioned it in the media because he's been suiting up for practice, but he's probably only gonna get 14 carries. They gonna max him out at 14 carries. And
or get some the quarterback. Hey, you're gonna get 6 receptions today.
Yeah.
Nobody else knows who you are. Or first touchdown.
Look, and I'm gonna tell you, hey yo, look, hey yo, look out for Malachi. He's our 5th receiver, but when we go goal line, we're gonna go empty, and I'm looking for him on the speed out.
Yeah,
that's what we've been working on. So you might, and we're probably gonna do it first. He's probably gonna get the first touchdown. So, look out for Malachi. He's gonna, or he's gonna score a touchdown today. Yeah. So and he's the quarterback. So he's in control of a lot. So I get that, and I get it from both angles. But he's not. I mean, he's not right. Right. He's not. That's the cardinal sin. Because I know with NFL. You can bet on any other sport, right? You can't bet on anything when you have team facilities, right? That's how a lot of people been getting hemmed up because them dummies bet while they at the daggone in the locker room or something like that. So, and
but if you still think, and I think we'll see a lot more of this. They're probably not betting on their phone, but they got their friends or they're feeding their friends.
But that's what happened with Sorsby. They had all of these. I think they had like text messages and things like that from or the transfers that he sent to his friends for bets. It's crazy. I feel like if they would have let him play this year, it would have ruined college football. And I know people would be like, you might be. I think it would have ruined college football. First of all, the dude would have got hurt. Like those other Big 12 schools were going to try and because you had all of these coaches like siding with each other and against the school and this guy.
Yeah, they were pulling out of playing.
Yeah,
and they was like, "Nah, we're not going to play Texas Tech." So it was a lot. Hey, shout out to my guy App. He said bills paid, food in the house, everything else on gambling.
Let's get some points for that because that's perfect. I mean, it's the truth. I mean, and here's the thing: if that's the case, then there should. I don't know if that's an addiction. I don't think that that's an addiction because to me, I think, and I could be wrong, right? I could be wrong, but when you talk about addiction, it's whatever that thing is that you're addicted to. Is the only thing that matters. Nothing else matters. So whether it's alcohol, drugs, gambling, sex, whatever, that comes before anything else. That means so
everybody has their vices. I think I've seen people that are obsessed with the lottery. Maybe I don't put that much into gambling, but I probably pay that much in liquor. You know what I mean? but again, everybody has their different vices. People do cigarettes, weed, whatever it is.
But that can't come to your responsibilities.
Right. As long as you're taking care of your responsibilities and
that's the thing. So now if again, I think he had to say it was an addiction because of he was trying to save face. He was trying to play football and he was trying to do anything he could to make sure he was able to play.
Sometimes if you find yourself in a situation where you're in trouble,
mm-hmm.
to your point, admitting that you need to get help.
Right.
It's just like if you're a drug addict and you're at your job and you say, "Hey, I need to go seek treatment."
Yep.
They'll figure out how to give you a leave of absence,
Yep.
stuff like that. They're not going to just they can't fire you because
Right.
I don't know that. I'm just assuming. I think they can't fire you if you are trying to actively seek help. So,
if you're in Virginia, they're gonna say, "Well, this at will."
Yeah, they'll figure it out.
Yeah, if it's not because of that, they'll figure. Yeah, because they like, wait, this. So yeah, so I mean, in those situations, you gotta look at what's going on, right? So if somebody's not, if they're not paying their bills, but they're gambling, or they're gambling like I don't even know if you can still like gamble like the title to your house or your car. I don't even know if you can even do that. I know I've seen that on TV, but I've never seen that in real life. Somebody put their car up for that's crazy. Now I'm gonna make sure my my transmission is about to go out. I'm gonna put my car up here. But so yeah, I mean, you got to take care of your home. You got to take care of your family, or the people that you normally take care of, and all of those other things are just other things. That's just extra. So, yeah, man. So, I guess damn Knicks. So I will say this. The Knicks won the championship, the 72-73 season, right? And I put this in a group. The team that won the Super Bowl in 72, in January, I believe it was, of 72, was the Dallas Cowboys. I don't really know what that got to do with one or the other. I just feel like if the Knicks can win a championship, God damn it, so can the damn Cowboys.
If the Cowboys make it to the Super Bowl, I'm saying it now, we're there.
Well, I was going anyway.
Yeah, I know you going, but yeah, we there. I don't even want to jinx. I don't even want to jinx my team because my good friend Marcus reminded me today. He was like, "Yeah, you having a good little sports year," and I was like, "Yeah." It's like I have been having a good little sports year. So, when you made your comment about the 49ers, I was like, you know what? Let me leave this alone because I'm on cloud nine right now. You can't tell me nothing about b-ball.
Oh man! Oh my gosh! Yes, yeah, I ruffled some feathers. The Eagle fans come out the woodwork when they hear the word Cowboys. Listen, the Eagle fans. Let me tell you something.
And you know what? I love it every time.
Listen, let me tell you something. Eagle fans are so fixated on the Cowboys. It's ridiculous, and it's so we live rent free in their minds. Like
he said neither were the Niners too. So I mean, it's equal hate. And I get it. We put them out in the playoffs, so I mean, I wouldn't like that.
We see you. We see everything y'all saying on YouTube. We see you. I'm just ignoring you. Okay. All right. Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all like this, man. I'm gonna tell you, Scotty, because I'm not gonna get virtually jumped by no Eagles fans. Right, I'll cut this damn show off. All right, I cut it off.
So this is what I was gonna do this morning, and I was like, nah, this is bad. Look, I was gonna ask Rock if he could say that y'all's gonna win the Super Bowl.
That's dirty. That's dirty. Hey, you know what? You want to get Sheik on here real quick?
Yeah, we get.
We got. Hey, Sheik, I'm gonna invite you, and I'm gonna give you 2 minutes. 2 minutes. I'm gonna send you this link to join us. But as soon as you say some crazy foul stuff, because you rude, I'm clipping you. I'm sending you a message now, Mr. Murray. Join us. You know what I mean? But I sent you the link. I sent you the link, sir.
These gambling stats got me looking at myself sideways.
Hey man,
never showed me this.
I know. It'll definitely humble you because, but I tell you what, the them numbers are skewed. I don't care what nobody say. I don't never remember spending that much.
So I always tell you this. This is all my bets combined.
All time?
All time. I don't never win shit.
Hey, listen. Hey, y'all thought I was joking. Y'all thought I was joking when I say, yo, Scott literally plays $5 and $10 bets. Yo, I don't even think he paid $10 bets, yo. Those are like $2. I think five might be your max.
That joint is even as it could be. Like,
yeah,
I don't win. That's crazy.
And if I was to show you, because this is what people don't be realizing when I be telling them about like MGM, right? We waiting for Sheik, y'all. We waiting for Sheik because we gonna.
Sheik got 2 minutes.
Yeah, you better hurry up.
And
oh, there you go.
There you
go.
go.
Boy, he got this stupid ass hat on here. Hold on.
Sixers and 6.
Hey man, who'd you borrow that hat from, man?
Let him know, Sheik.
Who'd you borrow that hat from, baby?
Hey man, it's tucked away in the closet.
Hey Sheik, are you gonna tell him congrats?
No.
Nah, he can't do it. He told me the other day, man. He said there's nothing in his heart. He hates the Knicks that much. But you know what? I respect that though.
I hate the Knicks as much as I hate the Cowboys, the Celtics, the Giants. It's just, I can't do it.
Sheik.
Yo.
I hate that stupid ass hat. I hate that stupid shirt. If you wasn't my friend, I would hang on you.
Nice this is nice one too, man. You know what I mean?
I hate the fact that Saquon Barkley was on the cover of Madden last year, and every time you turn the game on, you got to see this.
You got to see that. And look, man, I pulled this out just for the show. Pause, man. That still got the tag on it, baby. I ain't worried yet.
I can't even be mad at you. I have become an Eagles fan over the past month. During our reboot, I got the Eagles. So
because yeah. Hey man, listen, I don't know how you do it, man, because I will never, ever, as long as I'm in these leagues, use the Cowboys, the Giants, the Niners, the Red Commanders. Never. I can't do it.
So I had the same mentality, but then I had to start thinking. I was like, you know what? I don't have any of those players. So
true, because we simulate 10 seasons. Yeah. I wanted to. It was something that we were supposed to talk about weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
When y'all said, "Oh, I want to get you on the show, Sheik. I want to get you on the show."
It was Joe. I remember.
But I can't remember what the topic was.
Oh, I remember. It was Embiid being a better player than Joker.
Yeah. I think I mean, it's kind of irrelevant because basketball season's over.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it was like an in the moment thing. But if we really can like, all right, like I need y'all to really like one game. Okay. Both guys healthy. Who would you prefer?
Both guys healthy.
I gotta go with the Joker. And there's no disrespect to Embiid.
No, both because Joker's a hell of a player. I like Joker. I like his game. I just feel like
if that's the scenario, you both healthy, is only one game. Embiid is better. Embiid's gonna play because he plays defense too. He can score. He can't pass as good as Joker, but he could score, and they both could rebound. I think that, and Embiid's technically more athletic. I mean,
I'm just gonna be honest. I don't think, other than Wemby, I don't think it's a big man in today's game that I'm taking over the Joker. I gotta finish my sentence.
It don't matter.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Thank you.
I'm about to repeat it. I'm about to repeat it.
And don't laugh too hard
Hey,
because
she don't bring family business to the public airways, yo.
that was crazy.
But you know what though? I'm gonna pause that. You ever said something and then you play it back in your mind and you're like, yeah, that was
bad.
super. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So thank you for calling me out. Pause.
So you're saying that there's no front court player in the league other than Wemby that you would take over Joker for one game. I wouldn't even if it was between, I would take both of them before I take Wemby.
So when I
for one game right now from what we just saw.
When I say like that, I'm choosing Joker in that scenario. It's not by much. Like Embiid, like you said, when he's healthy, and I think that might be skewing my judgment a little bit. Is thinking about him not being healthy.
That's true. I mean,
yeah, but now when he's at full capacity on the basketball court.
Yeah, I gotta go.
I watched Joel Embiid with a broken face, Bell's palsy, and a half a leg pause, average 35 against the Knicks in the playoffs. Not this year, but the previous year. I watched.
He had Bell's palsy. Yo, come on, man.
He had Bell's palsy. It's real.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah. He had Bell's palsy. He couldn't even blink out his left eye. He was like, he couldn't even blink.
Yeah, I want to tell you though, he's had every injury you could possibly have.
And it'd be freak injuries. It it'd be some nut stuff. Like,
Whoa.
I don't know if this is, listen, man.
Yeah, I got you. But
I went out after work today. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I'm trying to be, respectful. But you said Wemby. I watched them be, 70 on Wemby. And we looked over that in the group, and I think it was 50 something of the 70 was in a matchup against Wemby.
Yeah, I mean, but we've seen Wemby go against grown men this past series, and yeah,
I seen him disappear.
Yeah, it was. They're young, they're immature.
They are, and Victor Wembanyama is about to go on this historical run. I think he'll be the next guy to win 3 straight MVPs.
He has, but he has to have a person. I don't know who it is. I don't know if he needs some sort of mentor. Maybe Hakeem Olajuwon, maybe David Robinson or Tim Duncan.
Yeah,
but he needs somebody that's gonna help him be a pro, because the way he acted like a little brat.
Well, he's 20 something. What's he, 22?
22, yeah. Yeah,
so you got to give him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, but if LeBron was to do that at 22, it would be.
Well, he's not LeBron. I'm not going to say that, because I think he don't have the pressure on him that LeBron had coming into the league.
Oh, absolutely not.
I agree with that. I
feel like Wembanyama, it was almost like under the radar. I don't think anybody they didn't know what to expect, because he was such a, and I got to watch what I say here because my friends are immature. I'm really trying to
the pause police be out.
Yeah, they do, man. It'd be crazy. But yes, we all know Victor Wembanyama's stature, right? I'm gonna just go with that. Like, nobody thought that he would. I didn't know he was going to have that kind of year that he had this year, neither. Like, right. I thought it would take a little more time. I think that he benefits.
That's how he got the pass.
Sure.
Because everybody thought what you just thought, the same thing.
But I think he also benefits from playing in a. This isn't the era of the 5, right?
Yeah.
Or the power is stretch 4s and guards now. You know what I mean? It's not, so he's got an easier a path than some of the other guys had. Like, even as in maybe it's a little recency bias, but like that little era where Dwight Howard was at his best and DeMarcus
Mm-hmm.
Cousins was at his best, and you had the Joker and you had the Embiid and you had some of these other guys. It was still kind of it hasn't been a big man's league pause in a very long time,
Mm-hmm.
but it was still enough fives
Right.
that you would be able to see like, all right, where he really stands. Like right now, he's probably like one of one because Embiid and Joker are towards the end of their career. Anthony Street Clothes Davis can't stay in a uniform. And I
That's
don't
true.
really, and who Chet Holmgren, he's not it. Like, I don't know who else.
I think Chet and Wemby are they have the same stature.
Right.
But when you get somebody like Cat or Mitchell Robinson, who are like grown men, like they go like it's hard to take.
But I think the series.
Well, let me be respectful. I hate that I even said like I didn't even mention him, but and this isn't you got Bam got to be in the conversation.
Yep. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like he's got to be in the conversation. Like respectfully, because he still kind of plays. Like, yeah, he can shoot. We've seen him shoot the ball in the 83-point game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But the majority of his game is centered around inside from the foul line in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he's an undersized center, but for today's NBA, I think he's perfect size. Like there's no, like the 7'3", 7'4", you got Chet and Wemby, they're anomalies. Like they're not that's not what everybody is. Like the average center in today's league might be 6'9", 6'10". You know what I mean?
But I think to y'all point, this summer, whether or not it's Shaq, Olajuwon, somebody, he's going to develop a low post game.
He better.
Who, Wemby?
Yeah, he better. He better get in the gym.
He's got two of the best low post guys, probably phone number on speed dial with David Robinson and Tim Duncan. I don't think he's got to go too far.
Yeah, I mean, he's worked with Olajuwon already.
I'll
so
tell you, if he develops a jump hook,
yeah, he don't have that. Like, he don't have that. Again, my friends are immature. Like the footwork, like Embiid has, and I'm a Sixers fan. I don't want it to keep you. Why do you keep saying Embiid? But like that footwork, that what I mean, like the dream shake. Wemby don't have that in his bag.
But if he added, I say at least two moves to his bag, he'd be unstoppable. I think if he could get a jump hook. Sky hook may be a little bit. I mean, nobody shoots the sky hook anymore.
Right, but it's an unstoppable shot.
At 7'6", it'll definitely
be an unguardable shot.
And Kareem's still around. It ain't like Kareem ain't around no more. Kareem's still around.
I think he probably Wemby's biggest thing. What he needs to do is just get older. I think that the 22-year-old version isn't. I think when he's 26, we're going to be like, this is the greatest player we've ever seen.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I could agree with that.
Like the grown man strength, he's going to grow it. Like he's going to probably gain 30 pounds, 40 pounds. Like I think he could I think he could gain 30 pounds and not lose any athleticism.
That'd be scary.
He shoots the foul shot. He can shoot the three, but there's nobody 7'5". You know what I mean?
Right.
Where if he just gets just a little bit of that, like right now, like you said, you seen the Knicks had guards and shit guarding him at certain points of the series. Like they was like keeping him out of the paint to where he was just hanging around at the top of the key and at the foul line extended. Like at some point he's got to be like, yo, everybody get out of my way. I'm going to the block. Give me the ball.
Yep.
But it's not easy to get down there when you're running from one end of the court to the next, and the whole time that you're running down there, somebody's putting elbows and forearms on you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So I mean, Jordan had to do it. The LeBron had to do it. Like, I mean,
But that was the
And
same
LeBron
thing
might
with
have been the
Love.
one guy that physically was probably the most prepared for the NBA
Yeah.
as a young player.
Right.
Even Melo was too, because Melo had that, like, he had a little weight on him too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. So I mean, we're gonna get you back on here when it's time to talk football. We might have you around for the
pregame,
for the
preseason show.
yeah, where we make our picks and stuff like that. It's normally
Well,
not
I would
right.
appreciate it, man. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
I won't even charge y'all. You know what I mean?
You know, all right, yo. All right. All right, man. Hey,
All right,
appreciate
boys.
you.
I'm gonna holler at y'all boys, man.
All right, then.
Go
All right.
Birds.
Oh my God. We get out of here. All right. Yeah, I'm sick of this. All right, man. We done. That was our good friend Sheik.
Yeah, good show. I apologize for all the Knicks talk. I was happy, so we probably went a lot longer with the
Paul.
I gotta finish my sentence, man.
Yeah, but you said we could have went a lot longer. That's like
no, I didn't say that.
You just said that.
I said we probably went a lot longer.
You said we could
finish my
my
sentence.
bad. My bad.
See, the pause police, man, they be right there, man.
Well, watch what you say.
All right,
whatever. All right, well, this is Off the Record. I'm Anthony Adebayo.
It's your boy Scotty B.
We out. Anything else you got to say?
I'm good.
You sure?
I'm good, man.
All right.
Anthony Adebayo.
With you there, but if you're a coach, do you take that chance?
Yes.
You can reach us at the Off the Record Show at gmail.com. Anthony Adebayo and the most accurate sports coverage. Scotty B's Fantasy 5.
We're different from any other sports.
His sophomore year. Comes back and says, you know what?
And your boy, Scotty B.